Greece is a beautifully colorful land, from its blue water to its green hills. It also has many stories to tell us that we continue to tell today. Today I'm going to discuss the impact of ancient Greece on our modern day culture. And after doing some extensive research, I decided to focus on just a few key things. I will be defining the time period of ancient Greece. I'll go into the early origins of democracy. I'm also going to talk about medicine in its earliest form. And then I will go over several short stories that originated in ancient Greece. So what is ancient Greece? From cave dwellers in about 7000 BC to the death of Cleopatra in about 30 BC, according to Schoolis, is defined as all of ancient Greece. Ancient Greece. Today I'm just going to go over the time of Homer through the time of Leonidas, which is about 750 to 480 BC. Democracy has its roots in ancient Athens. Solon was an Athenian man who was part of the middle class. His family were merchants and had money, but he always considered himself poor, according to Plutarch. He was well regarded in Athens, and so when the political parties could not figure out what form of government they wished to take, they turned to him. In 594 BCE, they had hoped that he'd just declare himself ruler and that would be it. But instead, he abolished all the debt that was currently existing. He then got rid of draconian laws, which essentially put everyone to death for any crime they committed. And then he also instituted a class system based on income and ability to buy a horse. Solon's ideas existed in Athens for a short time, being replaced by a tyrant soon after, for about two generations. After those 2 generations, Athens took the power back and formally installed democracy as we knew them for a long time. The men who wrote the U.S. Constitution were inspired by Solon and that later refined form of democracy. Early medicine also originated in ancient Greece. Hippocrates was the first man to challenge the idea that disease and things of that nature were caused by direct divine intervention. He instead proposed that they were caused by things in nature or reaction to various stimuli. He then developed a method to observe, diagnose, predict the ailment, and then treat the ailment, which is approximately what we still do today in modern medicine. He also put forth an early encyclopedia about his observations for common diseases and things of that nature called the Corpus Hippocraticum. Caduceus also have Greek origins, being the symbol of Hermes, the god of medicine, among other things. And we still use the caduceus today when we discuss medicine. Some very profound stories originated in this ancient time period. Homer is credited with writing the Iliad and the Odyssey, which are considered 2 of the greatest long-standing stories of all time. They're considered epics, meaning that they both span over 30 books, I believe, in their original form. The Iliad has to do with a man named Achilles being at war with his commanding officer Agamemnon during the Trojan War. The Odyssey takes place right after the Trojan War with a man named Odysseus trying to get back to his home. Homer may have been fictional, but that is still up for debate as the time around his life is not very well known. We also have some real life stories, including the Battle of Thermopylae, and a very famous Battle of Thermopylae, in which 300 Spartan men held off a Persian army at the hot gates of Thermopylae and essentially saved all of Greece, delay the inevitable. So in conclusion, many things from ancient Greece have stayed culturally relevant through today. We consider ourselves a type of democracy here in America. Medical treatment has evolved from those early ideas of Hippocrates, and we are still entertained, and indeed Hollywood childhood is still entertained by those many stories that originated in ancient Greece. So Greece is an enchanting land full of vibrant colors, but these stories and these ideas will echo through eternity.